Rejection is a universal human experience. It feels like a door slammed in your face, a verdict on your worth. Our instinct is to recoil, to self-flagellate, or to lash out. But what if you could reverse this psychology? What if you could see rejection not as a stop sign, but as a directional arrow pointing you toward a better path? Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, faced constant political betrayal, military setbacks, and personal criticism. His private journal, Meditations, is a masterclass in this very art of alchemy, turning the lead of rejection into the gold of self-mastery. Here are 13 lessons from the Stoic emperor on how to use rejection to your favor. 1. The first cut is the deepest. Intercept your initial judgment. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Rejection hurts because of the story you instantly tell yourself. I am not good enough. This is your judgment, not the truth. The moment you feel the sting, pause. Do not grant this initial impression your assent. Recognize that the event is neutral. Your interpretation is what causes the pain. Your first act of power is to refuse the first, most painful cut. 2. It's not about you. It's about them. When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. People reject you based on their own values, their own biases, their own limited perspective and internal struggles. Their no is a statement about their own current state, not an objective assessment of your worth. By seeing this, you detach your self-esteem from their opinion. Their rejection becomes a reflection of their world, not a definition of yours. Third, rejection reveals what was not meant for you. Whatever happens to you has been waiting to happen since the beginning of time. The Stoic belief in a rational universe, logos, suggests that what happens is part of an interconnected web. A rejection is a closed door. Instead of staring at it, understand that it closed because the path behind it was not aligned with your true destiny. It saves you from a future of misalignment and frees you to find the right door. 4. Rejection is a masterclass in humility. Throw away your books and stop allowing yourself to be distracted. You are not entitled to acceptance. Rejection is a brutal but effective teacher of this essential truth. It grinds down the ego and reminds you that the world does not revolve around your desires. This humble footing is a stronger foundation for future success than the fragile pedestal of arrogance. 5. It provides the friction to sharpen your will. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is the core of the reversal. The obstacle is the path. Rejection is not a block. It is resistance training for your character. Every no you face and overcome makes your resolve stronger, your creativity sharper, and your perseverance deeper. The rejection becomes the very thing that forges your strength. 6. Rejection returns your energy. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Pursuing acceptance from someone who doesn't value you is an energy leak. Their rejection, though painful, is a gift. It plugs the leak. It stops you from wasting your time, affection, and effort on a barren field. That energy is now returned to you, to be invested in fertile ground. 7. It tests and proves your virtue. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. How you handle rejection is the ultimate test of your character. Do you become bitter, jealous, and small? Or do you respond with dignity, grace, and a quiet determination to improve? By choosing the latter, you win the only battle that matters, the one for your own soul. You prove your virtue is real, not just a fair-weather facade. 8. It forces you back to your inner citadel. Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig. When the external world rejects you, it forces you to retreat to the only safe place, your inner self, your reason, and your values. This is your inviolable fortress. Rejection teaches you to furnish this inner citadel, to find your validation and peace within, making you immune to the fickle opinions of the outside world. 9. Rejection is a powerful filter. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny. Rejection filters out the people, opportunities, and paths that are not congruent with your growth. It purifies your life. The wrong job, the wrong partner, the wrong collaborator. Their rejection is a blessing that clears the clutter, allowing you to see and focus on what truly belongs in your life. 10. It expands your capacity for courage. Don't you see how much you have to offer, and yet you still settle for less? To put yourself out there, knowing rejection is a possibility, is an act of courage. Each time you do it and survive, you stretch your capacity for bravery. The fear of the next no diminishes because you have a proven track record of enduring it. You become fearless. 11. It teaches you the art of detachment. Let not your mind run on what you lack as much as on what you have already. Craving acceptance is a form of attachment, a preferred indifferent that you have elevated to a necessity. Rejection violently severs this attachment. Through this repeated process, you learn the Stoic art of loving things and people without needing them for your happiness. This is true freedom. 12. It fuels a quiet, unstoppable resolve. The memory of everything is very soon overwhelmed in time. Let rejection fuel you, not paralyze you. The sting is temporary, but the lesson is permanent. Channel the energy of the initial hurt into a calm, relentless determination. Become like water, which when blocked simply finds another course, wearing down rock through persistent, gentle force. 13. It prepares you for your ultimate freedom. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. The ultimate fear behind rejection is the fear of not being enough, of being alone, of being unloved. By facing this fear repeatedly and discovering that you are still standing, that you are in fact stronger, you conquer it. You realize your worth is self-generated. This is the final gift of rejection, the emancipation from the need for external validation. You become truly free. Conclusion: the alchemy of the self. Marcus Aurelius did not see himself as a victim of his circumstances, but as a smith of his own soul. Rejection was not a defeat, it was the fire in his forge. Practice this reverse psychology. When the world says no, you say thank you. Thank you for the clarity. Thank you for the strength. Thank you for the redirection. Thank you for my freedom. Use these 13 lessons not to avoid rejection, but to welcome it as the stern, uncompromising teacher it is. Let it sculpt you into a person of unassailable character, focused purpose, and profound inner peace.